Everyone. We're so lucky to have today, all the way from Tampa, Florida, our top client, colleague, and close personal friend, Dr. Cathleen Gerenger. Welcome, Doc.
Well, hi.
Wow, your presentation was amazing, and people are still talking about it back here.
And we
Oh,
have the
thank you.
co-host to the Jamie and Joe show, the one and only Joe Messino. So we have a special roundtable today. We're at the World of Wellness. This is the Wine and Wellness Week, the first one of 2022. So we're so excited because this is a very, pivotal time in the history of the world of wellness. It was Dr. Wina's 75th birthday, and you learned so many good things about Doc last night.
Yes, plenty.
Yeah, he was, a pioneer in the field of functional medicine and natural healing for over 50 years in Pittsburgh. He originally had the Pain Release Clinic, then it was Wine and Wellness Center, now World of Wellness. And as his legacy, we're going to continue on with the Wine and Wellness Week as a tribute to him 5 times a year. So what do you think so far? It's the first time you're here. What do you think about the Wellness Week?
I'm very impressed. I really love it because it's all about community. And you guys got it. All the people that I met here, oh my gosh, they're so nice, so kind. I love to see the community coming out, interacting with each other. That's huge.
Yeah, it was a couple of years ago. I had this dream, and I pictured this community hospital, natural hospital in my head. And I woke up. I said, "We have it. It's the Wellness Center."
Yes.
So the whole mission here is making the world healthy, and we want to bring people together in a nice community, like you mentioned. You're a doctor of chiropractic, functional medicine, acupuncture, the whole deal, and specialize in hormones. And here we have chiropractic, we have muscle therapy. How was that massage from Andrea?
Oh, absolutely amazing. I felt so relaxed. Thank you.
So we got Andrea, and she's doing fantastic work. I said the first time I saw her, and then she started doing the work on me. I said, "Is this the same person?" Her hands are like magical.
Yes.
So she's doing all the muscle therapy. We have 2 doctors of chiropractic. We have Jeff Niznik here doing nutrition. And we have the big open house. So, Joe, what are we doing here this week at the Wellness Week?
Oh, we are doing it all. I mean, the samples in the back are flowing. We got the Healthy Holly treats back there, all healthy, all delicious, nice variety. If you love cheesecake, got to come down and try them. Who doesn't love cheesecake?
Oh, come on.
They're gone already. Oh, she did.
What about the smoothie? Your favorite flavor?
Oh, Purple Haze, folks. Make sure
Oh.
you try some Purple Haze.
Tribute to Jimi Hendrix.
Exactly.
For all the
So
fans
the
out there.
smoothie bar is up and running. The samples are up and running. The Healthy Holly cookies are up and running. And we've got, of course, all the great specials back in the nutrition store. We kicked off everything today, of course, with Dr. Cathleen, our keynote speaker, and, of course, the free lunch. It's out there, Piata Italian street food.
Oh, I love it. What a nice upgrade we got, huh?
Yeah.
We've had some other food over the years, and now we got the best out there. The nice thing is you can take it to go.
Yes.
You can eat outside. The weather's beautiful. It's not quite like Tampa, of course, but thank you for bringing some of the heat because yesterday it was very cool.
Yes.
Today's a lot nicer, so thank you so much.
And you know what? We got a ringing endorsement from Mikey G on the food. He said, "Who's the food this time?" I said, "Piata Italian street food." He went, "They're great. I love them." I said, "Okay."
Oh,
Carrot too.
Mike's gone to
Yeah.
the Italian Food
Yeah.
Fest, huh? Okay. So we're excited. We have everyone here. The crowd's building. So nice to see so many familiar faces. Some of you I've seen since the old Pain Release Clinic, right? And now they've been really loyal people, and we really appreciate it. So we have the new patient books we're giving out for free. So many great things to take advantage of, not only today, but throughout the entire week.
Just day
All
one.
the way going through Saturday, March 12th. So come on down. We're at 2419 Baldwick Road. If you can't make it in for any reason, call the office, 412-922-WELL. That's 412-922-9355. We have the entire team here to help process any orders, any literature you like, any samples. You can try the samples here. You can take them to go. So we're excited to have Dr. Cathleen here. And we're talking about the roundtable. And I said, I think we should really talk about what's going on in this world right now, because, a lot of people like us, we've continued to do what we always did, but a lot of other people are really suffering. So what are some of the things you see in the practice? I know you mentioned, the mental, emotional dysfunction.
Oh, yes. Right? The mental, emotional dysfunction. ever since a lot of these people are school is online,
Oh, I know.
work is remotely, and there's no interaction, there's
Right.
no
No
community, there's
personal
no
interaction.
personal interaction. And it really affects our mental health, that mindset, that mental wellness. And that's why I was very impressed, I have to say, about this whole place, because everybody's smiling, everybody's talking, everybody's interacting. And I just, the minute I walked through these doors, I felt loved, and
It's 'cause
this
we're
is what it's
Italian.
all about.
This is
Well, and that's a nice thing. It's always been like that at our, at our facility. Is that
Mhm.
we welcome anybody, right?
Yes.
Anybody comes through the door. It reminds me of the gym. That was always the sanctuary. Anybody
Mhm.
comes through the door, we're all in the same boat.
right.
Here, everybody's
Uh-huh.
trying to get healthy and stay healthy. And emotionally, you mentioned the school. My daughter she's in ninth grade now, but the
Mhm.
last 2 years she was struggling because I'd go into her room and I was like, oh my God, is she okay?
Yes.
So I ran into
Mhm.
one of her friends' dad, and I says, "My daughter's locked in the room." He goes, "My daughter too." He says, "They're all going through the same thing." We in fact switched schools this year.
Oh wow.
We sent her to Seton LaSalle Catholic School
Mhm.
because they were open. And they don't got to
Exactly.
wear the mask now, and it was a big change, but they're very welcoming, and it was more again that relationship and the
Exactly.
interaction, which I think people, it's like they said the one way to torture people is put them in isolation, right?
Yes.
And what
Yeah,
exactly happened?
solitary. That's what they do in
Yes.
prisons and jails.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
the worst part.
And you see what's going on in the last couple of years, and it was interesting because our team came together when this first happened,
Uh-huh.
and we said, "What's going to happen if this lasts a month, or a year, or 5 years?"
Yes.
And we talked, of course, about immune function.
Mhm.
Then we said, "Well, people probably going to put weight on."
Of course.
And then I said, "Well, what about the stress? What
Mhm.
about people being locked up in their house and the financial stress? And have we seen that emotional
Mhm.
dysfunction occurring?" So, have you seen some of those things in your practice? People more stressed out?
Absolutely. Functional medicine, what I do is that I have like a baseline. I do a lot of blood work. And of course, I map out patterns. We look for patterns. And some of these patients, I've seen them for years. And after that isolation, their post blood work, inflammatory markers goes up, cholesterol level goes up, hemoglobin levels goes up, the HCA1 goes up. It's just crazy. And I just feel like, oh my gosh, we have to do something. We have to reach out there and really say, hey, let's take control of this, because we can only control our own health.
You hit it right on the head. The
Yeah.
hemoglobin A1C and the C-reactive protein and the inflammatory
Yes.
markers, they're at the basis of everything that's been amplified.
Mhm.
People that were at risk during this whole 2 years were diabetics, type 2 diabetics, and people with heart disease issues. So you're verifying it with the blood
Exactly.
tests.
Yeah,
We see those patterns. We see it every single day.
Yeah, and then you see things like cortisol spiking at night, right?
Mhm.
The stress hormone, which is not a bad thing. It's just got to be a little higher in the morning, right? And then we're
Exactly.
seeing that reverse. So a
Mhm.
lot of people have been coming in actually today looking for ashwagandha, right? It's a
Absolutely.
great adaptogenic herb, and
Yes.
interesting enough, it's in 2 products I take.
Uh-huh.
Shocking enough, right? I'm under a little
Take
bit
some
of
more.
stress. I need to double that
Double
dose,
it.
double the dose. So we have the Adrenamax, which is a great
Uh-huh.
adaptogen, has 2 types of ginseng in it.
Yes.
It has the ashwagandha, it has cordyceps, a
Mhm.
really good healing mushroom
Mhm.
extract. And then we have the Thyro Complete. So those are 2 nice formulations that people utilize really to help with the adrenals, because do you see that where the
Uh-huh.
adrenals are totally
Oh,
burnt out? They're
absolutely.
living on adrenaline.
Yes. And the thyroid and the adrenals, they're married to each other. So you have to actually address both simultaneously to support through the stress. Because what happens when your adrenals is under stress, your cortisol level goes up, and then your thyroid starts to be sluggish. And that's where the weight gain comes into play.
Yeah, it's interesting. We had Dr. Edwin
Mhm.
Lee, he's a functional
Oh, yes. He's
medicine.
a
Yeah.
friend. Yes.
Yeah, he actually
He's
did
super
his
sweet.
residency at Pitt in
Uh-huh.
Pittsburgh. So we've always hit it off. And when he
Mhm.
did a seminar for us a few years ago talking about the trifecta, everyone
Mhm.
looks at the sex hormone, right? They come
Mhm.
in, they're going through menopause or andropause, and libido's down, and strength is down.
Mhm.
But it really starts at adrenal and thyroid. Same thing
Absolutely.
he says. Without those two components,
Mhm.
you're building a table with on one stand, and it doesn't usually work well for people.
And I love the
Exactly.
thyroid complete because it actually takes it another step further
Mhm.
and addresses the hypothalamus and the pituitary as well.
Absolutely.
So you get the entire endocrine system.
And
Exactly.
we call it the fat axis.
The fat axis.
As a kid,
PHAT.
yeah, as the
Yeah.
kids would say PHAT. So pituitary, hypothalamus, adrenal, and thyroid. The thyroid complete's really an interesting formula because
Mhm.
it addresses those from some of the mineral components,
Right.
right?
Exactly.
We have some of the things like selenium in there,
Mhm.
and a little bit of iodine and tyrosine,
And
then,
zinc,
of course.
great
right?
for our skin.
Yeah, zinc is in there. And then we also add in some of the ashwagandha, the sensory,
Yes.
which is a patented research trademark version.
Mhm.
And then, of course, all the glandulars, Joe. You
Right.
want to hit on those?
Oh, the glandulars, they're New Zealand glandulars. They're the best of the best when it comes to that. And it's as close as we can get to, I don't even want to say the word, but a pharmaceutical without using one. Okay. But these are natural. These are actual glandulars that your glands, your hypothalamus and pituitary, their glands, they'll recognize. And it's feeding them what they need. And that's functional medicine, right?
Absolutely.
Helping to enhance the body's natural function.
Absolutely. And the reason why we're suffering from pain or mild cognitive decline, that means brain fog and all that, is because it starts within that nutrient deficiency. If we address those nutrient deficiency, your body has the ability to heal itself.
There it is.
Yeah, they've been running for the cure for years, right?
Yes.
They always come to us for money, and they haven't
Mhm.
cured anything. So our motto is run for the cause.
Yes.
And the two top causes of anything, I learned this from Dr. Weiner 20 years ago, is nutritional deficiencies and the compounding toxicity.
That's right.
Absolutely.
I was doing some research recently, and we look back at some of the old studies from the U.S. EPA back in 1982. You're a baby back then, right?
Not too, baby. I
Oh.
just turned 50, Doc.
Oh, hey now. Wow. 50
You know,
never,
she's been saying that all day.
50 never looks so good. All right,
Yeah.
bring the Louis Vuitton, the Mercedes, and we're going to have a birthday party here in a minute. I get the hint, no problem. So, all right, I'm going to go.
This is what 50 looks like. There you go. How's that?
So, we were looking at the U.S. EPA study. They did it on 33,000 people,
Mm-hmm.
44 different cities, and they wanted to look at what type of toxins were showing in their fat tissue.
Mm-hmm.
And they found the top 5 toxins, looking at heavy metals,
Mm-hmm.
looking at perfumes, PCBs, dioxins. 100% of people 40 years ago
Mm-hmm.
tested for these in their fat cells. So it's obviously gotten a lot worse. And you compound that now with the nutritional deficiencies, right?
Exactly.
Absolutely.
You just walk out our front door here. We're in fast
yeah.
food alley out
Mhm.
here. It's one after the next, and people have gotten to where that was the only restaurants, we want to say restaurants, that were delivering during COVID,
Oh, wow.
right?
Yeah, you didn't even have to go through a drive-through. You could sit on your couch and have
I know.
junk food delivered to your door. Yeah,
Sit on the couch, watch on TV how sick they're telling you are.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can't leave your house, and
Yeah,
they show up. We'll bring the fast food right to you.
right to you.
And then people are saying, I'm gaining weight. I'm like, yeah, of course you are.
And I'm
Mhm.
feeling sick.
Exactly.
Wonder why.
And then I have some patients said, oh my gosh, I haven't been out of my jammies for 2 weeks.
Oh,
And we wonder why their vitamin D level is down.
yes, exactly. Sure, they said stay inside, right?
Yeah.
Don't get any sun.
Uh-huh.
Don't go to the gym.
Amazon still
communicate.
delivers.
Of course they
Of
do.
course
Yeah.
they do.
That's where people were getting their
Yeah.
supplements from. We always say
Yeah.
Dr. Amazon and Dr. Google.
Yeah.
They only sell you things. They're not helping you,
Mhm.
right? You need to go to a doctor like Cathleen. If you happen to be in the Tampa area, it'd be fantastic to come and
Mhm.
see you. Are you accepting new patients?
Absolutely. We do telemedicine too.
Telemedicine.
So
Here we go.
my
There you
patients are
go.
throughout the United States.
Do you have your cards to pass out?
How would they get a hold
Yes,
of you?
we
What's
do.
your best number or email or website?
Well, let's see. You can follow me on social media. It's Cathleen with a C, Cathleen, Gerenger, Gerenger. And you can find my website, www.drkathleen.com.
Oh, it's great. And we see you all over social media. I tell you what, I don't know who your social media marketing whiz is, but
Yeah.
they are fantastic. I mean, the work they do, the boomerangs,
She
the
does a lot of this
videos.
stuff herself.
Oh,
Did you see the
I
video
know.
she did yesterday? Come on. That was her professional job all by herself. Phil, you might have to get some pointers.
Yeah. Self-taught expert here. So
I think we got a new patient for you. I think Healthy Holly's having a hot flash up there.
Oh yeah, Healthy Holly. That's so cute.
all right, well, call 911. You have to run down the hall. Let's cool her down. It's
That's
true
so
because she
cute.
didn't see smiling. You
Nothing's
made
sacred when we're on
Holly
camera.
smile,
Yeah.
so you must have embarrassed her. I love it.
You got 3 beautiful girls up there. 4.
Four
Oh
or
my
5. I've
gosh.
seen
No wonder
double.
you guys
Yeah.
are smiling when you walk in.
So we like to have a lot of fun here. We're at the World of Wellness. This is the Wine of Wellness Week. We got Jamie Dorley, Joe Messino, and the special featured speaker today, Dr. Cathleen Gerenger, all the way from Tampa, Florida. She's an expert on functional medicine, chiropractic, acupuncture, and hormonal therapies. And she is available and accepting new clients. So you can book with her. And unfortunately, you may have to make the trip to Tampa, or you can do it by Zoom. Either way. So she's accepting new patients. She's doing fantastic work. And she's a client and a partner and a friend of Nutritional Frontiers in the World of Wellness. We are open. This is Wellness Week, Joe. So what is the Wellness Week?
And Wellness Week, you know, this is something unmatched, unduplicated anywhere in the country. You may see a day, you may see a weekend event, but I've been all over this country. So has Jamie, so has Dr. Cathleen. There's not another place, a wellness center or clinic, that does an entire week of
Wow.
activities, entire week of workshops,
Mhm.
all free. We paid thousands and thousands of dollars to get the information that we are bringing
Absolutely.
to our people, and you're our people. And then not only that, you get free information, you get the greatest sales on the greatest professional products in the industry. It doesn't end there. We don't stop there, do we? No, we're going to feed you. We're going to make sure that you leave here happy, healthy, and with a full belly.
So we got this going on all day today, Saturday, March 5th, and then we're going all the way through next week, all the way through the 12th. Tomorrow, of course, we take a break. Everyone does on Sundays.
You
Or at
staying all
least
week?
we're supposed to.
Mm.
We'll see. We may have to keep it around for a day or two. So come on down. We're here till 5 o'clock today. We got free healthy food. We have all the samples, literature. The other thing we don't really talk enough about, you come down and ask Dr. Kathleen, Joe, myself, any of the people here on staff, any questions you may
Sure.
have, right?
Yeah.
And the
Absolutely.
other thing is if you have any supplements you're buying from Amazon, Costco, you want us to do a free supplement review, bring them in. I just did that with somebody with Omega XL, a nice product is just low dosed, right? So we look at the dosing, we look at the form of the ingredients, and then what other things are in there, and usually the toxic ingredients. You see that quite a bit?
Yes, they slip it right in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we do the supplement review here, and we're here to help you out. So today, the roundtable, we're talking about the current state of affairs, and we really hit on a lot with emotional wellness. There's another formula I really like. It's called Calm Day, right?
Yes.
So the girls in the office, the women in the office really love Calm Day, and they always double the dose when I'm around. I'm not sure why. But, Joe, what's in that Calm Day that makes it so special?
Calm Day is a tremendous formula because of its synergistic effect. There are things in it that help calm what I call the racing mind. And that's what usually does it to most people. And Calm Day has a sister product called Sleep Time. They're almost identical, except we add in Sleep Time a little melatonin, a little 5-HTP to help get you to sleep.
Wow.
But the key to staying asleep is the same thing that keeps you calm all day long. It's GABA, L-theanine, and some B vitamins. They work perfectly synergistically together, and that's the trick.
What are some other things you recommend for your patients for emotional wellness? We just had the yoga class.
Exactly.
You participated with some chair massage. What else do you recommend?
Definitely meditation.
Oh, there we
have
go.
to learn how to quiet the mind.
Quiet the racing mind.
Yes,
Yeah.
quiet that racing mind, because I remember I went to like a meditation class, but I grew up meditating, so it was easy. We had to sit still and be quiet for 1 minute. And I looked around. It was too long for a lot of people. They could not sit still for 1 minute. And we wonder why anxiety, these young kids are battling with anxiety. I was like,
Yeah.
wow.
You know, it's like most things. You got to really reduce it to the ridiculous. And I
Mm-hmm.
saw an advertisement for an online app. It's called Calm. Remember, we were talking about that before. And they on this advertisement, it says there's a little clock for 15 seconds. It says do nothing for 15 seconds.
Absolutely.
And some people have a hard time even doing that.
Yeah, it's interesting. I've been incorporating meditation more. I meditated this morning. I pull up on YouTube. I put meditation for sleep. The 12-minute one comes in. Boom. I tell you what, in that 12 minutes, you feel fantastic.
Absolutely.
Right.
And we talked about the solfeggio frequencies.
Yes,
right?
exactly.
Listen
the tuning fork,
Yes.
528.
Oh,
yeah.
There we go. Right. And I think what happens is I think now people internalize it. Right. I heard my daughter, she's in her early 20s, and her and a friend is saying, I need a Xanax. And it became so common. Right.
Oh, absolutely.
It's just like, hey, I need a Xanax.
It's the most highly addictive medication out there. Very highly addictive.
The first time I thought it was a joke, but you hear them say it, it become commonplace on the campuses, right?
Exactly.
So Calm Day is what I call our natural Zen.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yes.
It's a great thing to take you can use it acutely and you can use it chronically, right? So you can take it as you need it. But the other thing is, you know, again, people internalize these things, right? My anxiety.
Yes.
So I explained to my daughter the other day. I said, what's your anxiety from? I said, you have 3 games today. I am sure by the end of the 3rd game of lacrosse, you will not have anxiety anymore. I said, let's replace anxiety with excited. I'm excited for my game, Dad.
Exactly.
I'm excited to play. I'm excited to have the competition. I said, because that's a positive. And I think a lot of times that can make a big difference. What's your thoughts? Because I know you do a lot of mind, body, spirit.
Oh, absolutely. Mindset is everything. You have to have positive mindset. And that's why I love blood work, because I do a baseline and then I'll have them come back in 4 to 6 weeks. And believe it or not, I have some patients say, hey, doc, I still don't feel good. I was like, okay, let's take a look at your blood work. All the levels improve. Then I was like, okay, what's going on? The anxiety, the house, something is going on that causes that negative mindset. And awareness is everything. Once when we become aware of it, they're like, wow, suddenly they heal. Suddenly all those symptoms go away.
Yeah, I think a lot of times too, when you're helping someone improve, right? They take a few steps. However, maybe some other people in their life have not.
Yes.
And as Mikey G would always say, there's free cheese in that mousetrap, right? So they put the bait out there to poke you, and it's so easy to slide back.
Absolutely.
So you got to really be careful, because you become the average of the people you hang out with the most, right?
Absolutely.
And if you're around the negative relationship, sometimes that can pull it. So sometimes it requires making big changes and then getting other people in your life to make the change. So do you encourage they do that?
Absolutely. And again, be mindful of it and take inventory of it. Be aware of it. And you're like, hey, you know what? Let's reset. And now we have research and breakthrough technology where we're able to do what we call epigenetic testing. So everybody's like, oh my gosh, that's in my genes. High blood pressure, that's in my genes. Cholesterol, diabetes. And it's like, no. Now we have something called genetic expression. You are able to turn on or off those genetic expressions.
Right.
It's just amazing.
Yeah, have you seen it where siblings, you know, they have the similar genetics, right? Maybe Joe can share his personal experience, you know, where you know your lifestyle versus your brother's.
My brother, I mean, I have a younger brother.
He's younger. I'm sorry, Gary. I know Gary well.
Yeah, I know, but he knows it because I tell him all the time. I've got a brother who's 3 years younger, and he looks 10 years older than me. But it's because of his lifestyle, and this is not what he's just doing today. It's what he's been doing his whole life. You know, he doesn't, you know, take care of himself. You know, he smoked for most of his life. He probably still does. He tells me
he does when I see him. Yeah.
But we have the same genes. Okay, and what's the difference? The difference is your lifestyle.
Exactly.
Your lifestyle trumps your genes every single time.
Yeah, the latest research shows lifestyle. The genes are like 10%, right? 90% of it is lifestyle.
Absolutely.
And I think you look at examples of this with the stress and emotional wellness is just one example. But you know what? It takes a commitment. It's like working out. Nobody quits working out because they're in too good a shape. It's because they don't get the results. They want it like that. Somebody the other
Exactly.
day in my office said, well, I like immediate gratification. I says,
Uh-huh.
yeah, well, everyone does. I says, but if you have delayed gratification, can
Mhm.
you imagine how much more improvement you'll see?
Sure.
So how
Mhm.
do you do that with goal setting? Because I know everybody wants, they're
Oh
used
yeah.
to the medicine, take the pill and the pain's gone right
Uh-huh.
now. So functional medicine's a little different. So how do you establish goals so they can have some achievements?
Exactly. Well, again, it depends on that particular patient.
Mhm.
It depends on their age group. A 20-year-old's body is different from a 50-year-old body. So what we usually
Yeah, it may
talk
be worse
about,
these days, right?
yes, actually, I mean, I go out with different age group and I can outlast them. And they're like, what? You're like my mom's age. I was like, oh, oops.
Oh, well.
I was like, you got to stay up past midnight. They're like, what?
There you go. Jay, come on over, say hi. Come on over, say hi.
All
Yeah.
right.
Just
Trying to get some free food.
Yeah.
Just
Gonna get some food.
This is the birthday boy. He turned 29 this week or
Again,
39.
yeah, 29.
Again.
Absolutely.
Slide over here.
Yeah.
We're talking about emotional wellness. So what are some things you do? Because Mike's the hardest working guy on our team. This guy has stamina like you wouldn't believe. We're
Yeah.
not kids anymore, but what are some of the things you do? Because I know you incorporate the
Exercise.
healthy lifestyle.
Absolutely. Exercise. Gotta
Number
do
one.
it every day.
Uh-huh.
Something. Running, working out, right? Then I also do some pre-meditation as
Mhm.
well.
Pre-meditation.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Right.
That's
But
Yeah.
I look at it's just when I start my routine in the morning. I
Yes.
look at the day, what you got to do,
Visualization.
visualization. What I'm
Mhm.
going to see, how the meeting's going to go, right? Of course, they're going to buy something, right? So, but it's just a matter of just finding that routine, getting that everyday routine.
Mhm.
Little things add up.
Routines
And,
can be good and they can be bad. It's your
Right.
choice, right?
That's right. That's right. So I was just on my way.
Get some
to
healthy
Wow,
food.
look at
Yada
that.
Italian food.
All right,
Yeah.
thanks for
Got
sharing
pulled
with
off.
us, Mike.
Awesome.
Thank you.
See you
Appreciate
guys.
it.
Yep.
He even needs a ticket. Boy,
Yes,
you guys
yeah.
are
Hey,
like,
you know what?
Just
We're on,
for the
we're,
count.
we're on a tight ship here, But no, Mike's an example of a hardworking,
Uh-huh.
gentleman, family guy, really dedicated to his career.
mhm.
He's not one that wants to work from home or
Uh-huh.
collect free checks.
Yes.
During the initial part of the COVID situation, Mike
Uh-huh.
was still out there.
Yes.
When he did the Zoom calls, he did over 100 phone calls a day. I
Oh,
mean, it's a
wow.
hardworking guy. And, he's up early. He does his pre-meditation.
Yes.
He does his
Wow.
meditation.
Geism
Yeah.
never fails.
Yeah, he always
Never
does.
fails.
He's the first timer. So he does the workouts, but he does the visualization. I think that's a key component.
Oh,
Can you
yes.
talk about that a little bit? 'Cause
Exactly.
I love it.
Actually, I have like an app. It's called Mind Tap, a brain tap or
Oh.
something like that. And it's sometimes for those that can't really meditate or shut their brain down, you can actually have all these apps that you're able to turn on in the background in your subconscious mind. And it's guided meditation so that it allow your
That's what I
brain
like.
to go through it. So then it helps you to shut everything down. Yes.
Yeah, it's interesting you brought up because we have a CEO, me,
Mhm.
Chief Executive Officer. We also have a CEO, Chief Energy Officer, Christine Glein. You met her down in Tampa.
Uh-huh.
And she talks about, the belief system and that,
Mhm.
your conscious mind's only 5%.
Absolutely.
So the subconscious mind is driving the bus, as
Mhm.
you would say. And she says first thing in the morning and last thing at night are really
Uh-huh.
keys, right? Where people are so stressed out, they need to kind of cool them down at night. So, Joe,
Uh-huh.
what are some of the things you do to calm the mind? I know you're a martial arts guy.
Yeah, and I really love the frequency applications. I've been using that a lot. You can get them anywhere, YouTube anywhere, but there's 9 different solfeggio frequencies, and they all
Solfeggio.
Mhm.
yeah,
It's on my
solfeggio.
playlist.
Yeah,
Oh,
Right here.
solfeggio frequencies. Now there's ones for circulation health. There's ones for nerves and connective tissue. But they just have a lot of them, and it doesn't matter which one you listen to. They're all calming,
Mhm.
and they all direct a frequency into your body. So if you can combine that with an actual meditation, and what I do is I have a portable sauna, and I'll put those on while I'm in the sauna.
Mhm.
So now I'm sweating
Yes.
and I'm vibrating.
I love that.
Incredible. So, Explain a little about frequencies. How would people do this? Simple as just putting it on the phone and listen to the
Yes.
tones or
Just
the
listening to the tones. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Frequency. You know, it can get as simple as that, and as complicated as up to and including a Rife machine.
Exactly.
Right? That
Or
actually,
crystals.
Or crystals.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. And what Jeff does, his energy, his vibration.
So I
Absolutely.
cover both
Vibration.
ends. You know, I
Yes.
hedge my bet with the
Oh,
cross
look.
and the crystal.
Like
So,
he's,
you know.
he's protecting himself all
I got,
sorts of
hey,
ways.
who am I? You know, that's what we're talking about,
Yes.
bringing the community together.
Yes.
I play both sides, so whatever it takes. I'm a work in progress. So
That's
And
right.
then, see, you've got your
I got my little
EMF absorber on there. I've
absorber.
got mine in my phone. You've got to do these things because there's
Yes.
bad energy out there too.
Yes.
And the
And
5G
this
is a perfect
You know, I want to
example.
talk about this whole thing. It's a process, folks, not
Mhm.
perfection, right?
Yes.
Everyone wants perfection. They beat themselves up and then they don't get any results. So it's a process. They had mentioned so many things here. The pre-meditation we learned about today, meditation, frequency, saunas, nutrition,
Mhm.
doctor's help, exercise. You know, something I love to do because I love the gym, right?
Yeah.
But my workouts now are Monday through Friday. I do
Mhm.
about 5 days. And in the weekend, I like to get some fresh air. So last Sunday, I went down to the north side, did
Mhm.
my walk. It was beautiful. The birds, the river. It was just a gorgeous day. I like to take pictures of nature.
Absolutely.
You know, and I think being outside really gets you to connect again. What are your thoughts?
Absolutely. I mean, we're grounding ourselves. We
She's
were
in
talking about
Tampa.
the beach and grounding.
Yeah.
Grounding is awesome. Talk
Yes,
a little bit
uh-huh.
about grounding.
Yes.
Explain that for me.
So what grounding is that it's just like connecting your body and your mind with nature. You see, I always tell my patients, we can have organ transplant like your kidneys, your lungs, your liver, your heart, but you cannot transplant your brain yet. So your brain function is so important.
Mhm.
And by meditation, by just calming ourselves down, it actually helps our brain cells to
Right.
heal.
And the earth has a natural frequency, and you walk barefoot on grass or on sand. And there are some things that conduct it, but most of the time, you know, it's got to be either grass, sand, dirt, and then that energy comes up into your body. That's
Yeah, and that's
grounding.
why our recently we had a VIP dinner. Joe was manning the ship in Pittsburgh, but me and Kathleen were
Oh,
there.
yeah, we were there.
You were the first one there. She pulled her
Our
shoes right
beach.
off. We were on the beach in the sand. We were working, Joe.
Of course.
Of
We're
course.
working very hard. Yeah,
You're grounding.
very
I
hard.
understand.
We were grounding and earthing, and then on Sunday I stayed an extra day. Me and the family went over to the beach, and me and my wife and my daughter went for a long walk. We were from one end of Clearwater Beach all the way to the other end and back, and it was just so nice. You know, you get the water, the sand, the sun. It's just a nice experience. And if you're not near there, I even love going on the trails or by the city,
Yes.
and you get the fresh air. I think being outside too, there's something to it, right?
Absolutely.
Then you got to incorporate the nutritional support. I think the food-based nutrients, like we have the shakes today,
Oh,
that's
delicious.
really where it starts. You like those?
Oh,
huh?
yes. That
Purple haze?
Oh, wow. That purple haze.
So that was you know, something I just threw together for you guys.
Uh-huh.
But what I did is I used a vegan super shake,
Oh, wow.
which is protein, fiber, and MCT oil,
Mhm.
no sugar. Then I put a scoop of the Pro Purples, which is all the phytonutrients,
Mhm.
and that actually has brain nutrients in it.
Oh,
Alpha
yeah.
GPC,
Mhm.
which is really good for calming the brain,
Mhm.
and I have all the exotic berries so that we age in a healthy way. We're not into anti-aging; we want to do
Yes.
healthy aging, right?
Yes.
So that's a nice smoothie. I put some frozen berries in there
Mhm.
as the ice, and it would how it taste.
Oh, delicious. Yummy.
Very
That's
good.
Joe's new favorite,
My
I
new
think,
favorite.
right?
Changes every week, but it's my new favorite this week.
So there's a lot of things you can do, folks, and it's like working out.
Mhm.
Start slow, do it today, and the most important thing between your goals and accomplishments is hard work,
Mhm.
focus, and consistency. Right?
Absolutely.
You-
And just start. Like you said, just start. Just one thing. You can add in before you take out. See, I'm the type that you're like, Kathleen, you need to be on a diet. I was like, ooh, I want ice cream. I want cookies. And normally I don't eat that kind of stuff, but that's how your brain goes. So it's like before you penalize yourself and take things away, what you want to do is just add one good thing in. Add in a greens or add in a smoothie or the super shake, you know, just one little
Yeah, even with
item.
diet, I told
Yeah.
do one salad a day.
Yes.
Start there,
That's it.
right? And I remember Dr. Tracy was telling me, she goes, why do you beat yourself up at the gym all the time for, stuff you did wrong? She says, go there and embrace making yourself stronger and more fit and more energy and more clarity. So, just that shift in the mindset could make that experience a lot more pleasurable. Right?
Exactly.
And
Absolutely.
especially when the gym was closed during COVID.
Oh.
Now I go there and I'm like,
Uh-huh.
so thank you, God, for being open. I'm so grateful. Thank you for being open, right?
Yes.
Because you realize in a short period of time what you really miss the most, right? And that's,
Yes.
relationships and some of those, what I call necessities every day. Joe?
Yeah, I think that a lot of people sometimes are intimidated by that whole aspect of starting an exercise program.
Yes.
Right? You don't have to be. You can start it at home. Just walk, like you said. Get out and walk every day. And there isn't a person that can't do a push-up. You might say, I can't get on the floor and do push-ups. No, but you can do them against the wall.
Absolutely.
Same muscles. All you got to do is move your body. And take that word exercise out of the equation and make it movement instead.
Well, that's our new NFL patient book, which are free. Hopefully everyone got a book today. Did anyone get a book? A couple people. So we got more for you guys. Free patient books. These are lifestyle books. So they help you make the changes that you need, and especially the foundations, which are water, food, movement, digestion, right? Emotional wellness, which we're talking about here a lot today, and sleep, of course. So this is fantastic. I learned a lot. I'm learning about frequencies and the pre-meditation I got to do, the visualization.
About that.
Yeah, I want to learn a little more
We
about
gotta
that.
download that app.
So thanks so much, Joe. Thanks, Dr. Kathleen. We're
Yeah.
so fortunate to have you, and we're so grateful you made the trip up here. And I know some people want to ask some questions. We're done, so appreciate if you have a few minutes to stick around. So thanks for all the support, folks. We'll be here till 5 o'clock today, and I look forward to seeing you at the Wellness Week. Have a great day, and God bless everybody.
And I'll be back up at 1 o'clock with the last workshop of the day, folks. So stick around.
Crowd's going crazy. Thank